Well, depending on your school district, some kids in Oklahoma have been back in school for a couple weeks now, maybe more. And maybe as a parent or guardian, you're noticing things might be a little off at home. That's because maybe your child is still getting into a new routine. Child development expert and founder of Building All Children, Kendra Morgan, is here to talk about some of the ways we can help continue to make this transition. Good morning, Kendra.
Good morning.
First of all, give us just some of the symptoms, some of the things that our child may not be adjusted to their new routine yet.
Well, it takes a bit. So it takes 22 days to get routines like going and kind of a habit. And then we throw the weekends in the middle of that, it messes that up. So it just takes a while. So we always say to plan and prepare. And so it's really two different things. We want the families, the caretaker, to plan out like enrollment, schedule, bus number, bus routine, those type of things. But then we have to prepare our children for that. And so we have to teach them what their days look like, what the schedule looks like, and we want them to be prepared. Have them know their teacher's name. Have them know their name so they can introduce themselves. I mean, you have to prepare them so they are ready to learn.
I love that. You do have the 5 Ps that you had sent me, and we have a little graphic here. So the plan and prepare first. We've got power, we've got protect, but I do want to take them in order here.
Yeah.
So as you're mentioning preparing, what are some of the other ways that we can plan and prepare, especially for like age appropriate? Let's just start with like the littles. It may be their first time in school.
So the littles is where you need to drive by their school, their Mother's Day Out program, let them know where they're gonna go, let them know you're gonna drop them off, but you're gonna pick them up. Like really start talking about their days. Again, I love them to know their teachers' names. It's so important, it gives them power. Also, let them know like where their lunchbox gonna go when they get home from school. Where's their backpack gonna go? The older kids, we like them to have a prepared place to do their homework. Kitchen table, maybe you set up a desk. It's just the more they're prepared, the more success they will have.
And before we go any further, it's not too late.
No,
to start this,
all this
right?
is, no,
I mean, it's August
early.
28th. Some kids are in school, but I mean, it hasn't been that long. It's been like 10 days for TPS.
No, it's all just started. So all of this is still, you can totally do all of this.
I like the second point about power, because there's a lot behind that. To you, what does the power portion mean in this?
Well, I think it's important to know that education has power. And so it's a privilege for our kids to go to school and be taught by an educator and learn every day. And we need to communicate that with our children. And so education has power, and we want them to know that it's a privilege to go and to learn. As a mom or a dad or a caretaker, we have power in their education. We can learn to be an advocate. I always say if that teacher pulls you aside and mentions concerns, whether it's with the behavior or the learning, don't panic. Just process that information and know that you have power to develop a plan. I also think there's power in never talking negative. You should never talk negative about the teacher, about the school, about the administration. Children pick up on that. And there's power in talking positive.
And they can feed on that. They can feed on the negative energy, but feed on the positive energy too.
Yes, there's a lot of power.
The last one, you've got protect, and I know just everybody's time is valuable, kids' time is valuable. Protecting is a big thing.
So I think as a caretaker, we really need to talk to our children about safety and about how important they are to us and how the school wants to protect them. I know that there's a lot going on in the world we live in, but the schools do develop a plan of safety. And if they're old enough, you need to start talking about their protection and keeping them safe.
So not talking about protecting time, we're talking about physical protection. So we're talking about maybe if you don't have a cell phone, where do we meet up if something goes wrong?
Develop a plan of action if they're old enough. It's a very heavy balance. Like, you don't want to scare them to where they're so fearful to go to school. You don't want to create anxiety, but you want them to know that the school wants to keep them safe, and so do you. And so developing and talking about it is good for children.
The last thing, we didn't want to forget about this one, after school time. So maybe they're getting home from school. we're getting home from work.
Right.
After school time, what are some pointers to do
so
that?
that's that word patience. It takes time. And so the worst thing you can do is you're home, you're trying to get dinner going, you feel like they've got to be doing their homework. Kids need to just kind of chill. It's okay for them just to play and enjoy some downtime. They have been in a structured environment all day long, and they need to go outside and run, play, jump. I mean, the more movement they can do, the better. And then celebrate Fridays. Friday the week is over. Have a family fun Friday night. Celebrate the week. They worked hard, and so they deserve to have some celebration time.
I love that. When our 5-year-old started pre-K last year, you know, I was so excited, and then you just want to, like, with my schedule, I get home at noon, you want to do stuff with him afterwards, but sometimes it was just better to let him chill after a 5-day-a-week school.
Right.
That worked so well for us.
Well, and you want to hear about their day, but research shows that when they lay flat at night, all those memories come back.
Oh,
so they might not know right when they get home from school, but give them some time. They'll end up telling you about their day.
Kendra, thank you. We'll see you back here next month.
Awesome. Thank you.